Good morning. Today on CWN, softball had another big win.
And we have results from the boys state powerlifting. I'm Maddie.
And I'm Logan. And today is Monday, March 25th, 2024.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the pledge to the Texas flag.
The Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Our human services classes are learning how to be an entrepreneur. We talked to one of the students to see how it's going.
Good morning, Wildcats. I'm here with Carly Valdez. Carly, I hear you're doing a food truck in your class. Can you tell me more about that?
Yes, we're making food trucks and human services because we're learning about entrepreneuring.
And can you tell me what your food truck is going to be?
My food truck is going to be a cereal food truck.
And how are you making this food truck?
We're making it out of a cardboard box, and then this is our milk. I don't know what else.
Thanks, Carly. Back to the studio.
Mrs. Bortz had an escape room lab over moles. Here's Matthew with all the information.
Hey, Calallen. I'm Matthew. I'm here with Samuel. And I heard you guys had an escape lab. Can you tell me more about that?
So we're doing an escape lab over molar mass. And we've been learning about moles for like a good week, 2 weeks. I like it. I think it's pretty good and it's interesting. A way to almost end the week and go to the weekend.
Oh, that's cool. Was it really challenging at all or no?
For me personally, I don't think it was super challenging, but I did like the whole process of it.
All right, that's cool. Thank you, and back to the studio.
Mrs. Perales' AP biology class started a March Madness bracket. We spoke to her to see what it's all about.
Hey Cats, I'm here with Miss Perales, the biology teacher here. So I heard you have something called March Madness. Can you tell me what that is?
Yes, so here in our AP biology class, you can actually hear it in the background. We are doing what we are calling March Madness, like Mammal Edition. So we have our own little spreadsheet that our students have had to kind of predict who is going to win. And so it's basically a whole bunch of animal species pinned and battled up together. And then we try to figure out who's going to be the victor for this year's Mammal March Madness.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. Thank you. That's all from us, and back to the studio.
Patrick caught up with Isabella to see what all the forensics classes did for their crime scene project. Let's take it to her.
Hey Cats, I'm here with Izzy. Izzy, we heard y'all had a forensic project. Can you tell us about your crime scene you had?
Yes, so me and my partner, Aubrey Stevenson, we did a crime scene so this girl's boyfriend was cheating on her, and the other woman killed her because she wanted the boy all to herself, and it was really fun. Aubrey and I got to let our imagination take over, and since I'm a senior, this was my easiest class, so it was fun to do that with her, and yeah.
And so we heard y'all had some pieces of evidence. Can you tell us what those were?
Yes. So the girl she left her shoes, and she left the girl that died, she left her phone on and didn't get rid of it. She threw the knife in the pond, and when she left, some of the fibers of her clothes fell off, and they were all over the body.
Okay, thank you. Back to the studio.
Now let's send it to Callie with Wildcat Media.
Thank you, anchors, and welcome back to Wildcat Media. I hope everyone had a good weekend. The annual Suicide Prevention Walk for Colton had an amazing outcome. Calallen softball was working out and then took a quick little jog over to CMS to support with everyone else. Thank you to everyone who came out, and remember, if you ever need help, please talk to a trusted friend or adult. You're never alone in your struggles. Now that's all for me. Back to the anchors.
Thank you, Callie.
Now I'll send it to Michaela with the rundown on sports right after this quick break.
Remember, guys, to only bring clear water bottles or sealed waters to the classrooms, no sodas.
Thank you, Logan, and good morning, Wildcats. Attention all Calallen High School athletes, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes will be holding their monthly huddle tonight from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. in the B Gym. Come join your fellow classmates and athletes for food, fun, games, and worship. Girls soccer had their first playoff game tonight against Vanguard Beethoven. Here's all the information.
Hey Cats, I'm here with Kinsley Carroll, who plays for the girls soccer team here. So I heard you're a starter as a freshman. Can you tell me how that feels?
It's a really fun experience, getting to play with all the upperclassmen and the seniors, and getting to go to playoffs and stuff and getting to learn new things is really fun.
So tonight's y'all's first playoff game. Can you tell me what work y'all have put in this season?
We put a lot of work in, just the little things, finishing, shooting, dribbling, it's just a lot.
Well, good luck tonight. That's all from us, and back to the studio.
Softball had a huge win against TM. We caught up with Coach Lentz to see how that win felt.
Well, my captain, Coach Lentz, I had a big win against TM. Can you tell me how that went?
Went really good. It was a good game. It was a close game. We ended up pulling it out 5-0. Jordan pitched a really good game, had 15 strikeouts. Caden Trevino had a home run, a clutch home run for us to kind of seal the deal and kind of put the nail in the coffin for us and give us that momentum and confidence to go back and shut it down on defense. But, it was a great team win. A lot of girls came through and did what they needed to do, and hopefully we can continue to get better from there.
Who y'all going to be playing next?
We play Kingsville tomorrow night, JV at 5, varsity at 7. It is Teacher Appreciation Night, so please come out and support all the teachers for all that they do.
Thank you for the interview. And with that, back to the studio.
On Thursday, our powerlifting team took up 11 students to state and placed second as a team. They had 2 boys place first. Luke Medina was state champion in the 181s. Luke broke the bench press record 515 pounds, and his total was 1805. Aiden Hinojosa was a state champion in the 275s and broke the squat record 880 pounds and bench was 625 pounds with a total of 2,115. Aiden was awarded the best heavyweight squatter, bencher, and best overall. Great job, boys. Now here's Coach Hofstetter with some more information.
Hey Cats, I'm Em and I'm here with Coach Hoff. So Coach Hoff, the boys powerlifting had a meet on Friday. Can you tell me more about that, please?
Yes, ma'am. On Friday, we went to Abilene. We qualified 11 boys for state, which is, I think, a record, at least a Calallen record. We had probably the most at state this past week. We were very fortunate. We placed second as a team. Super excited. Kids did awesome. We had a lot of PRs. Placing second at state's a huge thing. Calallen has won state in 2013. This is the best finish since then. 2 years ago, we were 5th. Last year we were 6th. Now getting second place is really, really awesome. We had 2 boys that really had an outstanding day. We had Luke Medina, state champion, the 181s. He is the record holder in the bench press and the total record. And then we have Aiden Hinojosa, the state champion, the 275s. He is the record holder in the squat, bench, and total record. And Aiden also was the best lifter of all lifters, any division, any weight class. He had the highest total of any kids. It was just an exciting, year as we conclude with the state champ, getting second at state, runners up. It was awesome. Really happy for these kids. Having 2 girls place last week at Girls State, 2 boys placing this week at Boys State. We're building in the right direction. The powerlifting, team we're excited to be a part of it. Coach Robinson and myself, we put a lot of hours in, and it's nice to see that these kids are getting some recognition due to their success.
Well, that's really cool. Congratulations to y'all, and back to the studio.
We caught up with Coach Martinez over the tournament that happened on Friday down in Harlingen and about how he thinks the JV district tennis tournament will go tomorrow. Let's see what he had to say.
I'm here with Coach Martinez, the varsity tennis coach. So, Coach, you had a tournament in Harlingen. How did that go?
It went really well. We went over to Harlingen, Texas for a varsity tournament down there. We were there for a couple of days. It was really fun. Our kids got to see a lot of talent that they hadn't, they wouldn't normally play down here in our district. So they got to play a lot. It was a very big eye-opener for a lot of the team, seeing what we need to improve on, but also acknowledging what we're already doing really well on. A lot of the kids did awesome. All of them stayed in the main bracket moving forward. So they did really well, and they exceeded our expectations. And now we're about a month away from our varsity district, so now we're at the point of just shining, cleaning up, and getting ready for district to hopefully take multiple entries to our regional tournament in San Antonio in about a month.
So how is the competition up there different than from down here?
It's very different as far as like the style of how the players play. Like you can tell, we're playing our athletes are playing athletes that come from a different skill set. They both can compete with each other, but just as far as like, down south, they love to stay up there at the net. When down here, we usually stay back. So it's just a different style of playing, but it's different than what our kids are used to, but we're all putting that in our little bag of tricks when it comes to district. So it was really good learning experience, and they did really well, and I think they enjoyed their time over there. It was a lot of good teams.
I'm here with Wesley and Caitlin, varsity tennis players. So Wesley, y'all have y'all's JV district game tomorrow. So how do you feel about that?
I'm feeling pretty confident. I think we're going to do pretty well in terms of skill, and it's going to be pretty competitive. It's going to be pretty fun.
So, Calallen, how do you think the varsity performed up there?
I think we played pretty good for the talent that we played. Like, there was 5A, 6A schools out there, so, I mean, we all stayed in the main bracket the first round, and then some of us got bumped down, some of us didn't. Like, it was good. We all played pretty good.
Okay, thank you. Now back to the studio.
And that's the latest on Calallen Sports. Back to you, Logan.
Thank you, Michaela.
Now it's time for your weather report with James right after this quick break.
Good morning, Wildcats. This is just a quick PSA. You are only allowed to use the elevator if you have a note from the nurse, the school, or you're a teacher transporting heavy equipment. Thank you. Back to the studio.
Thank you, anchors, and good morning, Calallen. Your weather forecast today is presented by Baytech Robinson Families, and we finally have some consistency back in the forecast across the coastal bend. Currently, temperatures in the upper 70s at 78 degrees with partly cloudy skies and winds out of the north-northwest at 11 miles per hour. Looking on our Doppler radar, you can see some showers and thunderstorms north of here. Go ahead and ignore those. The concern is way further, hundreds of miles northeast up toward Jackson, Mississippi and Birmingham, Alabama. Definitely not in the Corpus Christi metropolitan area. It's going to be a beautiful day today. The clouds that we've seen this morning, they're going to disperse throughout the day. Precipitation chances will remain at 0. Winds will generally do a pattern that we've seen earlier throughout this season. They'll be a lot quicker during warmer parts of the day at 15 and 12 at 2 and 6 p.m. before slowing down by nightfall. And again, we're going to see temperatures climb up into the mid-80s today, quite warm for this time of year, before crashing down into the upper 60s once again with those clear skies letting that heat rise up into space. And looking into the entirety of this week, it's a 4-day week, folks, with Good Friday coming up during this week. Temperatures will remain in the upper 70s every single day this week, with partly cloudy skies, 0% chances of rain, and winds 5 to 10 miles per hour each and every one of those days. So finally, we have some consistency back in the forecast. And we have 6 days until Easter, and again, Friday is Good Friday, so we will have that day off. So just remember, folks, Jesus Christ has died for our sins, and he did rise again, and we're going to celebrate that this weekend. With that, let's take it back to the anchors.
Thank you, James.
And that's all your announcements for today, but now it's time for your joke of the day. So guys, which one is faster, hot or cold?
I don't know, Logan. Which one?
Hot, because you can catch cold.
For all you social people out there, make sure you're following us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram at CalallenTV for all the latest updates. Also, subscribe to us here on YouTube to catch all of our latest videos. And as always,
Stay classy, Calallen.